blocks. We've got a tornado today. So if you haven't done a tornado with us before, what that basically means is we're going to be moving from one exercise to the next. So it's going to work a little bit like a circuit format. So if you like kind of circuit training, you're going to like this one. So the first round of the tornado is going to be 13 minutes. We're going to have 9 exercises on every single round. But each round, those rest periods in between the exercises are going to get longer. So in our first round, we've got those 9 exercises. It's going to be a minute per round. Every round is going to be a minute per exercise. But in the first round, we've got a 30-second rest. In the second round, we've got a 45-second rest. And in the third round, we've got a 60-second rest. So you'll be working for a minute at a time and then following that with either 30 in the first round, 45 in the second, or 60 seconds in the third round of rest, okay? At the end of each round, we'll take a minute's rest before we move on. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you what the exercises are. Like I say, it's going to be 9 exercises. We're going to be doing the same 9 exercises throughout. We've got our warm-up first, all right? So it's going to be our 5-minute warm-up, obviously. Got to get those legs and arms nice and loose. So, our warm-up today. Let me minimize this. We have got, I hope you guys have a little bit of space because we're going to be moving for today's ones. We have got an alternating knee hug to calf raise. So what that's going to look like is we're going to be taking a step, raising that knee up as we raise up onto the tippy toes, okay? We're going to take another step, raise the knee up to the tippy toes, and repeat, all right? So we're going to be moving forward. If you run out of space, just spin it around, move the other way, or alternatively, just stay on the spot. Once we've done that one, guys, we've got an alternating walking figure 4. So if you know what a figure 4 is, what we're going to be doing is raising the leg up, kind of squeezing it into us and stepping, all right? So we're going to get that kind of stretch in the glutes as we're moving through the stretch. After that, we've got some alternating toy soldiers. All of these are going to be a minute each, guys. That's why it's a 5-minute warm-up. We've got 5 exercises in the warm-up. So toy soldiers, get those hands straight out in front of you. We want to raise those legs up as high as we can, keeping the legs straight as we move forward. Alternatively, obviously, you can just stay on the spot, as I say. Once we've done that one, we've got a forward skip to a shuffle. Okay, guys. So for this one, we're going to be moving forward, all right? Skipping forward, but then the shuffle isn't shown in the move. So this is the bit that I really want you to focus on because this bit's not going to be shown on the VBA. We're going to be shuffling back, okay? So we want to stay nice and low. Think kind of football player, rugby player kind of shuffle, okay? Once we've done the 1 minute of that, we've got our jumping jacks, just your standard jumping jacks. So starting with the hands by the side, jumping those feet out as we bring those arms up. Okay, guys, like I say, 5 minutes, 1 minute per exercise. And I'm gonna get you guys ready to go. So 3, 2, 1, let's get warming up. That's excellent, guys. So getting that knee squeezed right into that chest. Coming up onto those tippy toes as you do so. So we're getting that calf engaging, really squeezing. And then we're getting that squeeze into the chest as well. So we're getting some nice dynamic stretching from this one. Coming up to halfway through this move. So in 30 seconds time, we'll be moving on to the next one. So really try and squeeze that knee in as high as you can towards the chest as you come up onto that tippy toe. Feeling a nice little stretch there, feeling those muscles engage. We've got 10 more seconds of this one and we're going to be moving on to that alternating figure 4. And we're moving on, guys. So alternating walking figure 4. So as I say, we're bringing that knee up, we're squeezing that leg in, and then we're taking a step and repeating. So try and bring that ankle up sort of internally as well. That's it, looking great, David. That's it, guys. So kind of as you squeeze that leg in, reach for that ankle. You kind of want to get that shin so it's almost parallel with the floor. You should get a nice stretch in the glutes with that one, right across the side of the hip. Got 20 seconds left of this one, and we're going to be moving on to those alternating toy soldiers. That's it, guys. Keep that movement going. Looking great, Kat. And we are about to switch it over, guys. We're switching over to alternating toy soldiers in 2 and 1. Let's go. Excellent, team. So keep those hands out nice and high, about shoulder height. Try and kick that leg up as high as you can. Squeezing that core in. That's excellent. This is another one that you're going to feel a lot of muscle engagement, but also some stretching as you raise that leg up. Probably get some stretching down that posterior chain. We've got 20 seconds left of this one, and we're going to be moving into that forward skip to shuffle. So just remember that VBA is not going to show that shuffle, but it's just like I said, we're going to shuffle it back like a rugby player. Got 10 seconds left of this alternating toy soldier, and we'll be moving on. All right, guys, let's move into that forward skip to shuffle. So bring those knees nice and high as you skip forward. And then just remember to stay nice and low as you shuffle it back. This one's quite a fun one. Excellent, guys. Nice and low in that shuffle. Fantastic. Coming up to that halfway mark, guys. So we've got just over 90 seconds left of this warm-up before we move into our main body of work. Excellent, guys. Keep those skips nice and high. Keep springing off that foot. You've got 15 seconds left of these skips. Stay low into that shuffle. Keep those feet moving. And 3, 2, 1. We are moving into that jumping jack. This is your final exercise on the warm-up. So get those hands nice and high. Pump those arms, get that blood moving. Think about drawing that belly button right in towards the backbone as well. That's going to engage all of those internal core muscles, get those warmed up as well. That's fantastic, guys. We're coming up to that halfway mark, so we've got just over 30 seconds and we're going into that main body. So I'll be demonstrating exactly what you guys are going to be doing. Wonderful work. Keep it moving, guys. Last 20 seconds. Last 20 seconds. Final 10. Keep pumping those arms. And 3, 2, 1. That is time. So we're going to be moving into that main body now. So guys, let me just turn my camera back on firstly, because you're going to need to be able to see me. So we have got, as I said before, 9 exercises that are going to be working today. And for those 9 exercises, our first round is that 13-minute round. So this one's the one where we're going to have 30 seconds rest in between each exercise. All right. So I'm going to show you what those exercises are. I'm actually going to do that before I start the screen, because it's only going to show you one exercise at a time. So it's not going to be like the normal VBAs where it shows you everything we're doing throughout the round. So I'm going to show you them all, and then I'll remind you of things as we come up to the exercise. Okay, guys? So first up, we've got a running man. So we're going to be in a full plank position, hands under those shoulders. We're going to be running those legs up the center of the body as so. We can speed that up or slow that down, all right? An option with this one as well is we can actually elevate it. So bringing it up onto a higher surface, still in that nice straight line, running those legs in. All right, once we've done that one, we've got a speed skater. So for this one, I know you can't see the top half of my body, but that bit isn't doing too much, so don't worry. We're going to be hopping from side to side, bringing that leg up so it's parallel to the floor, all right? Going as fast as we can with this one, really sitting into the side of that hip. Our option is we can step this one, okay? So taking a nice wide step, raising that leg up. All right, there's your option for that one. Once we've done that, we have got a plank jack. So we're going to be back down on the mat, hands under those shoulders again, and we're going to be jacking those legs in and out. Our option for this one is we can tap one leg at a time. Alternatively, we can again elevate this one and either jack the legs or tap the legs. All right, once we've done our plank jack, we have got an alternating reverse lunge. So we're going to be starting feet together. We're going to take a step back. So we've got a nice 90-degree bend in those legs, traveling straight down. Knee stays over the ankle. We're going to stand back up and we're going to alternate. Okay, option for this one is to reduce the range of motion. So taking that step back, but not sitting quite so deep before standing back up again. Okay, once we've done our alternating reverse lunge, we've got palms to elbows, guys. So again, we're going to be down on the mat, nice plank position. Those hands want to be directly under those shoulders. We're going to put our elbow down underneath where our palm had been, bring the other elbow down, and then we're going to come back up again. Now, what I recommend is switching sides each time. So if you came down on your right, next time come down on your left and up on your right. Keep yourselves nice and even, guys. Your option for that one is to perform it from the knees, okay, as so. Once we've done that one, we are going to be moving on again. We have got, this one is the one we're going to need the mini band for, if you have got one. So pop the mini band on if you have got one. If not, don't worry. What we're going to be doing is an iso squat. So we're going to be sitting into our squat. We're then going to stand up and we're going to do a leg raise. Squat, leg raise. All right, so alternating sides each time. Again, if you don't have that band, that's going to look exactly the same, but you're just not going to have that band. Okay, guys? So positioning wise, just make sure those feet are wider than your hips for this one, or at least hip width apart, okay, whether you're doing sumo or slightly more regular squat, depending on your range of motion. Option for it is to reduce the range of motion, so don't sit quite so deep and don't raise that leg quite so high. Okay, once we've done that one, moving on. Don't worry, I don't expect you to remember all of this. I'm going to remind you, but I just want you to know what's coming, all right? We have got a leg raise to a hip raise. So we're going to be laying down on the floor. We're going to raise those legs up nice and straight. Then push the hips up towards the ceiling and repeat, okay? Option for this is to bend the knees, all right? So bringing those legs up with the knees bent, then pushing the hips up with the knees bent and repeating. Okay, guys, that is the, no, it's not the last core move, it's the second to last core move. We're then going to be doing a burpee. So we're going to have those feet wider than the hips. We're going to sit down, nice flat back, pop those legs out, pop them back in, and jump. Option for that is to step it. So coming down, step those feet out, step those feet in. Okay, and alternatively, again, we can do this from an elevated surface. So stepping in and then jumping and repeating. Okay, guys. Final exercise. The 9th exercise is a power sit-up. So arms straight out ahead of us. We're going to sit up, bringing those feet in towards us at the same time. Option for this one is a body weight crunch. So keep those feet on the ground as you curl the body up. Okay, guys, those are your 9 exercises. I will remind you as we're coming to the next one what it's going to be and what to remember about it. But to start, we've got that running man, guys. So 13 minutes is going to be this first block. You've got a minute of each exercise, and we're going to get ready to go. Excellent. Oh, I think it cut out a little bit there, guys. We are moving, we're moving. Get that running man going. That's excellent. So try and keep that body nice and still, just moving that knee in towards the chest. That bum stays nice and low, that back stays nice and flat. You've got 30 more seconds and we're going to take a 30-second rest. That's brilliant, guys. Keep that going, keep that going, keep that core pulled in. Make sure those hands are straight underneath those shoulder blades. We are 5 seconds away from our rest. We're resting in 3, 2, 1. That's a 30-second rest, guys. 30-second rest. So we've got our speed skater will be the next move coming up. And just remember to bring that knee, so that kind of quad, that thigh is parallel to the floor. That is our aim with that one. We're just about to go into it. We've got 3, 2, 1, and we're starting again, guys. That's it. So hopping as wide as we can, really sitting into that hip as well. So think about when you do a lateral lunge, how you push those hips back and really sit in there. Try and get that glute engagement with this one as well. Raise that leg up. That's wonderful, guys. You're halfway through. You got another 30 seconds of this one. That's excellent, team. Keep those jumps nice and wide, nice and controlled there. Final 15. And 3, 2, 1. You've got 30 seconds rest, guys. So coming up next, just to remind you, that is going to be that plank jack. So we're going to be in that plank position, hands under the shoulders, jacking those legs in and out, or tapping those legs in and out. Again, you can elevate that if you need to. And you've got 10 seconds before we're starting that. So get ready, guys. And 3, 2, 1, let's go. That's it, guys. So keep that back nice and flat. Keep that core pulled right in as well. Want that core as tight as we can get it. Get those ab muscles working. Brilliant, guys. Keep it moving. You're nearly there. You're in your last 20 seconds of this one. I can't see everyone because you're on the floor, but I'm sure you're all moving great. Coming up to that last 10 seconds. Brilliant, guys. We are resting in 3, 2, 1. That is 30 seconds rest. So coming up next, we've got that alternating reverse lunge. So try and keep that knee over that ankle, get that 90-degree bend in each leg. You've still got a little bit of rest left. So take some breathers, have a little drink if you need to. We'll be going again in about 10 seconds. Get ready, guys. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Alternating reverse lunge. So I always like to say with these lunges is try and think of yourself as a carousel horse. Carousel horses can only travel up and down. They can't go forward or back. So as you step back, try and take your body down in one straight line as if there was a pole going straight through you. That's it, guys. Wonderful. Nice and balanced there. We've hit that halfway mark. Really drive through that heel as you stand up as well. Going to get engagement in all of that posterior chain, get all those muscles working. 15 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. You got 30 seconds rest, guys. 30 seconds, and then we're going into that palms to elbows. So that's going to be in that full plank position, those hands underneath the shoulders. And then we're going to be replacing where the hands were with our elbows and coming back up again. We've got 15, oh no, just under 10 seconds till we start again. So take a breather, take a drink if you need to. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it, guys. So just remember, your option for this one is to perform it from the knees. So if you can, try to do it from the full plank from the beginning. If you need to switch to the option, that's always there for you. It's wonderful, guys. So just also really think about having those hands directly under those shoulders. That's going to take a lot of pressure off that upper body. We want to feel the burn in the right places. That's excellent, team. We are over that halfway mark. You got about 20 seconds left of this one. Keep those bums nice and low. Keep that core engaged. Final 10. And we're backing it down in 3, 2, 1. You got 30 seconds rest, team. Next up though, if you have got one of those mini bands, get that mini band ready. Get it around those legs. So we want it around sort of the mid position, just above the knees, lower part of the thighs. If not, don't worry. As I said when I was demonstrating, you can do it without. That's absolutely fine. It's just going to add a little bit more resistance, that's all. All right, guys, we got a few seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Let's move into that squat with that alternating leg lift. Brilliant. So sit nice and deep into that squat. Try and stay as stable as you can as you raise that leg up. Really squeeze those glutes. You're going to feel that engagement on the outer side of your leg. We want to focus as well on almost keeping the torso as stable as we can. We really want the leg to be the thing that's moving. So think of it as your body, again, is stuck on that rod, and the only bit that can move is that leg. That's wonderful, guys. You'll find it does make it harder when you try not to move that body, but you'll feel that engagement in all the right places. We're nearly there though, guys. We're in that last 10 seconds. Keep squeezing those glutes. And 3, 2, 1. Excellent, guys. So you've got 30 seconds rest now. We're going to be going into the leg raise to hip raise next. So that's the one where we're going to be laying on the back, raising those legs up straight, and then pushing those hips up towards the ceiling so you can lose that mini band. So for this next one, just think about keeping that core engaged. The lower you bring the legs, the more it's going to engage that core. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it, guys. So those legs are coming straight up to about just over the hips, and then we're going to push those legs straight up to the ceiling. So think as if, I mean, I know a lot of you guys are outside, but think as if you were trying to put those feet onto the ceiling. So push them straight up. Try and avoid them coming towards your head. They want to almost stay straight above your hips. Wonderful, guys. Excellent efforts there. Keep that core engaged as well. Think about pulling that belly button right towards that backbone. Engage all those internal core muscles. Get them really fired up. That's wonderful, guys. So as you get a little bit more fatigued, those feet will start traveling a little bit closer to the head. Try and keep them straight above those hips. We're nearly done with this one. We're backing it down in 3, 2, 1. You got 30 seconds rest, guys. We've got our last couple exercises coming up next before we have a full recovery. So our next move is that burpee. I know it's everyone's favorite. So just remember with the burpee, we want to have our feet a little bit wider than hips so that we can really push those hips back and keep that back flat as we bend over towards the floor. Get ready. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Pushing those feet back, jumping up towards that ceiling. That's excellent, guys. Fantastic. Everyone's getting some good air there. David, don't go through the ceiling. That's fantastic, guys. We're coming up to that halfway mark, so keep it going. Try and jump as high as you can on that jump at the end. That's wonderful. Last 20 seconds of this one. Keep those legs nice and wide as well. As we jump back onto our feet, we want to land almost flat-footed. So think of it same way we teach with the pop-ups. Keep those legs either side of the hands if you can. And we're backing it down in 3, 2, 1. You got 30 seconds rest, guys. And then we're going into that power sit-up. That's going to be your last one before the full recovery. So true circuit style, guys. I know you're all tired right now, but we're getting there. We're nearly there. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Excellent, guys. Let's get this last exercise. Squeeze those core muscles. Really use that power to sit all the way up. And this is another one as well where we really just want to focus on keeping that back almost a little bit straight so that we're really engaging those core muscles but not putting too much pressure on that back. If you start to feel it in your lower back, if you feel like your core is getting a little bit too fatigued to take the main pressure, just keep those feet on the floor and just switch to that body weight crunch. Keep that body safe. Coming up to that last 20 seconds. Last 20 seconds, guys. Final 10, nearly there. Keep squeezing that core. And we're going to be taking that full recovery in 3, 2, 1. Excellent, guys. So you have got a full recovery now. That is 1 minute recovery. I am timing it, so I'll let you know when we're getting close to the end of that recovery. But just take a breather now. Focus on that breath as well. Focus on taking nice controlled breaths. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth is a great way of getting back in control of that breath and just slowing that heart rate a little bit. So we'll recover a little before we go back in. But yeah, rehydrate. Focus on that breath. Really take some nice controlled breaths. You're about halfway through your rest. So you've got about 30 seconds before we go back in. So as I said, it's going to be the exact same 9 exercises again, but we're going to have longer rests. So we're going to have 45-second rests in between each exercise. There's still going to be a minute of each exercise, but as I say, the rest is going to get longer. Got 10 seconds, guys. So we're starting with that running man again in 10 seconds. And we're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. That's fantastic, team. So remember, keep those hands under those shoulders. Really pull that core right in. The more you bring that knee in towards that chest, the more you're going to engage those core muscles. So you're almost doing like a reverse crunch right now. You know, you flipped it around the other way, but if you pull those core muscles in, as you bring that knee in, you get that crunching sensation in those abs. Got your last 20 seconds of this one, guys. Last 20 seconds, and we're going to be going into our rest. That's it. Try and keep that body as stable as we can. And we're going to be backing it down again in 3, 2, 1. Well done, guys. That is 45 seconds of rest. So really take that time, take those breaths. Going to get more and more fatigued as this goes on, but you guys are smashing it, and we are definitely earning those flat points today. You're all going to feel great for the rest of the day. Excellent, guys. We are nearly there. Got about 15 seconds. And we're going to be going into that speed skater next. That's the one where we're hopping from side to side, bringing that leg kind of parallel with the floor. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. That's it. Nice wide jumps. Bringing that leg as high as we can. Really pushing those hips back, sitting into that hip. Keep that chest nice and proud though. Keep that back flat. That's wonderful. Being French, looking great. Laura, nice wide jumps there. Jude keeping that pace up. So Elizabeth, you keeping that speed up as well. These are some massive jumps there, David. Enjoying that. Taking up that whole room. Simon and Andy, I'm sure you're working out very well as well. We're nearly at the end of this one. Excellent, guys. Final 20. It might even be less than that. 3, 2, 1. We're cutting it there. So you've got 45 seconds. 45 seconds. Take those breaths. Take that drink. And get ready, because next up we got plank jacks. So you still got 30 seconds to rest, guys. 30 seconds to rest. And just remember with those plank jacks again, have those hands underneath those shoulders. Another option for this one, you can obviously as well do this in the low plank position, which the VBA shows. So you can do this from the elbows. So if you're feeling a little bit of pressure in those wrists or those shoulders, just drop it down to those elbows. And 3, 2, 1, let's go. Excellent, guys. So keep that body nice and stable still again. Imagine it's just those legs jumping in and out. Brilliant, guys. Keep that core engaged and try and keep those hips from dipping as well. Sometimes you'll find as you get a little bit more fatigued into these exercises, especially one like this, that core, those hips, sort of stabilizing muscles get a little bit fatigued, and you'll find your hips will start dipping a little bit as you jump those legs out. Try and keep those hips nice and high, parallel throughout your whole body. We're nearly there, guys, nearly there. And we're backing it down in 3, 2, 1. Excellent, guys. You've got 45 seconds rest. And then we're going to be moving into that alternating reverse lunge next. So it's a little bit of a longer one than I know we've been doing recently, but this is more like what you guys are normally used to, a good sort of hour of working out, just under anyway. So you've still got about 15 seconds, guys, 15 seconds, and we'll be going into that next one. So again, that's that reverse lunge, the alternating reverse lunge. So just remember that tip about being a carousel horse. We're moving straight up and down. We're keeping that knee over that ankle. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Wonderful, guys. Really think again about driving through that heel as you stand back up. You want to feel those hammies, those glutes, those quads all engage. That's fantastic form there, David. See those lovely 90-degree bends. Everyone else is front on, so I can't see your bends, but I'm sure you've all got 90 degrees. That's excellent, guys. Keep that going. We're nearly there. About 15 seconds. And we're backing it down in 3, 2, 1. That is a 45-second rest. So we're going to be starting the next one when that clock hits the 8 mark. So our next one coming up is the palms to elbows. So where we're going to be in that plank position, bringing those arms up and down. Still got 30 seconds of rest. I know these ones are a little bit torturous. So go to that happy place. I'll keep coaching you through it, keep you going. You've got about 15 seconds and we're going into them. We're taking it up in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it, guys. That's fantastic. Go nice and slow. Try and keep that bum nice and low as well. And just a reminder as well, guys, if you feel a little bit unstable in this one, if it gets a little bit too tough, you can always take that option by dropping it to the knees. Or alternatively as well, you can also try taking those feet a little bit wider. So when you're in a plank position, if you have your feet right next to each other, it's pretty hard, but if you take them a little bit wider, get a little bit more of a stable base. Got 20 seconds left of this one, guys. I know those shoulders are burning, but keep it going. That's fantastic, team. Final 10. And we're backing it down in 3, 2, 1. That's a 45-second rest. So take a little moment, stretch those shoulders out if you need to. I know that one's a bit of a burner, to say the least. Do some shoulder rolls, cross body stretch, anything like that's going to help you out. Just release those muscles. Once we've done those stretches, though, we are going to be moving into that alternating, the alternating leg lift. So if you've got that mini band, just get that ready again. We're going to be going in about, I think, 15 seconds, if I remember correctly. That's brilliant, guys. So we're getting ready. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. So sit nice and deep into that squat, as deep as we can, really pushing through those heels as we stand back up again. Raising that leg up. We want to try and keep that torso nice and stable, so it's just that leg moving up from the hip. Wonderful. Laura, nice control there. Elizabeth as well. Brilliant. Taking those legs as high as you can. Really good work there, guys. And we are definitely over the halfway mark. I think you've got about 15 seconds left of this one. Really sit nice and deep in there. Raising that leg up. Squeezing those glutes. Drive through those heels. The last few. 2 and 1. Let's back it down there. You've got your rest now for 45 seconds. And then we're going into that leg raise to hip raise. Leg raise to hip raise. So that's the one where we're going to be laying on the mat, bringing those legs up straight over our hips before we push those feet up towards the ceiling. So we're in that last 10 seconds of rest, guys. We're getting ready to go back into this one. In 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. So we're raising those legs up nice and straight, bringing them just over those hips. And then we're going to push those feet straight up above our hips. Wonderful, guys. Go nice and slow and controlled with this one. With core exercises, the slower we go, the more we're going to engage those core muscles. And just a reminder, the lower those legs get, the more it's going to engage those core muscles as well. So go as low as you can bear. That's wonderful, guys. Remember, keep pulling that belly button right in. You know what I say, belly button to backbone. Let's get those internal core muscles going. Nearly there, team, nearly there. And 3, 2, 1. That's 45 seconds rest. We have got our burpee coming up next. I know you guys couldn't wait for that one to come back round. So take that breather now. I know everyone's getting a little bit fatigued because about 90% of you are still lying down. That's fine. You take your lie down. You do what you need to. As long as you're exploding through those burpees, I'm happy. Got about 15 seconds, guys. 15 seconds. And we're going to be taking it into that burpee in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Wonderful, excellent. Excellent, wonderful job, guys. Getting so much height there. Thought everyone would be a little bit more tired than this by now. Making me proud. Keep that going. Keep those legs nice and wide as well. Try and land those feet so that they're flat on the floor. That back stays flat as well. Excellent work, team. Got about 20 seconds left of this one. Keep it going. Keep exploding off that mat. Final 10. And we are going to be taking it into that rest in 3, 2, 1. That is a 45-second rest, guys, before we hit the final exercise of the circuit, which is that power sit-up. All right, so take those breaths. Have a little sit down, rehydrate. Focus on controlling that breath, so nice controlled breaths right now. We're nearly there though, guys. We're nearly there. Getting ready. Let's go for it. Last exercise. Squeeze that core in. Really sit up as much momentum as you can, but still using those core muscles to lay back down again. Taking those legs out as straight as you can. If you can keep those feet off the floor as well, that is ideal. That's exactly what we want. Keep those feet hovering. Coming up to that halfway mark already, guys. We've got 30 seconds left of this one, and we're going to have that full recovery. Smashing it, guys. Keep it going. Final 20. So squeeze those core muscles. Nice and controlled there, dude. Final 10. Final 10. And we're going to be taking that rest in 3, 2, 1. Well done, guys. Well done. So we have got that full minute recovery now. Again, so take those breaths. Take that drink. Have that moment to hate me if you need to. Hopefully not, though. Not yet. We've still got another round. Don't want to hate me yet. So guys, this next round that's coming up, that's the one where we're going to have a full minute rest in between each exercise. Okay, so you're going to get a full recovery every single time we hit that exercise. All right. We're coming up to that halfway mark though, so we got 30 seconds left to rest. Really think about controlling that breath. Nice deep breaths in through that nose, out through that mouth. Taking those nice controlled breaths, really slowing that heart rate down so we're ready to go for it again. We got 20 seconds left of rest. So we're going to be starting with that running man again. I'm sure you guys remember by now, but I'll just remind you each time anyway. We've got that running man first. We're going in 10 seconds. I'm going to get this one going. And we're going to get it going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. That's wonderful. Last round. You know what Jason always says, last round, best round. That's what we want. That's it. Keep that bum nice and low. Try and be in that lovely plank position. Just bringing that knee in towards that chest. Take that breather if you need to. You got 30 seconds left of this one. Just remember as well, if you need to, take it to a little bit of an elevation. That can always be a lovely option to take. Even the slightest bit of elevation will make it a little bit gentler. Final 15, guys. We're nearly there. Really squeeze those ab muscles. Last few. And 3, 2, 1. Excellent, team. So we got 4 minutes rest. All right. So we can go a little bit harder on these exercises. I know you are all tired, but this minute's rest is going to feel really nice after each one. So let's try and go helter fire on these exercises. Engage those core muscles, all those other wonderful supporting muscles as well, as much as we can for these final exercises. We're about halfway through this rest. So you got 30 seconds. How generous we've been with 1 minute active recovery. Whew, lovely. 20 seconds, guys, 20 seconds. All right, get ready, team. We're in that final 10. We're going into the speed skater next. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. So hopping as wide as we can. Take those nice big jumps to the side. Keeping that leg coming up parallel to the floor. Pushing those hips back and sitting into that hip as much as we can. That's excellent. Well done, Jen, being Frenchie, Laura, Elizabeth, Jude, David, all getting some great distance there on those hops. And we are over the halfway mark, guys. So keep that going. Keep that explosion happening. That's fantastic. Jude's doing double time. Loving that. Final 15, guys. Final 15. Got a 4 minutes rest after this, so let's go for it. And we're backing it down in 3, 2, 1. That is your 1 minute rest, team. Next up, we've got the plank jacks. So just take those breathers. Have a little stretch if you need to. Those ones shouldn't have been too bad, but I know some of those plank moves, you might want to stretch some of your arms out, wrists, things like that. Coming up to halfway through our rest. So just focus on that breath still. Get that mat ready. And again, just a reminder, if those wrists are a little bit sore, just go for the lower plank position, so from the forearms rather than from the wrists. But about 15 seconds and we're going to go into this one, guys. Get ready. We're taking it into that plank jack. In 3, 2, 1. Let's get it, team. Wonderful. So try and keep that bum nice and low in these ones as well. Keep that core pulled in as well. Your core's doing lots of work for this one, as well as all of those internal stabilizing muscles. Fantastic job there. Everyone's got some nice wide high jumps going. Get that heart rate up as well. Coming up to that halfway mark, guys. So we've got 30 seconds left of this one. That's fantastic. Remember, keep pulling those muscles in. Belly button to backbone. Keep it going. We're in that last 15 seconds. Last 15 seconds. And that's the final 10, guys. We're going to have a 4 minutes rest after this. Keep it going. Keep it going. Last few reps. And 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. So 1 minute's rest. And we've got our alternating reverse lunges next. So take a little breather, rehydrate if you need to. David, I was concerned for a second, but then I saw your hand move, so that's fine. As long as I haven't keeled anyone over, that's quite all right. All right, guys, so we've got 30 seconds left. Final few nice deep breaths, getting ready for those lunges. Gonna get that heart rate up again with these lunges, because as I'm sure you guys have noticed, when you use your legs for exercises, it gets your heart pumping. So get ready, guys. We are about to go into these ones in 3, 2, 1. Let's go for it. That's wonderful. So just remember, always driving through that heel as we stand up. I'm going to really feel that engagement all down the posterior chain. Jen's cracked out the dumbbell, loving that. Fantastic, guys. Try and really squeeze as you stand up as well. Try and have that mind to muscle connection. Think about what muscles you're using and really focus on squeezing them as you get to the bottom and you stand back up. Final 20 seconds of this one. Excellent work, team. Coming up to that final 10, so this is the last few reps of this one. Really focus on getting as deep into that lunge as you can and pushing back up. 3, 2, 1. That is a minute's rest, guys. 1 minute's rest. Next up, we'll have the palms to elbows. That is going to be the next move and the last time you do that move. I know it's a burner. See everyone's face thinking, oh God. So if you want to, before you start this one, give your shoulders a little bit of a stretch. They've been doing a lot of work today, taking a lot of pressure, you know, for these plank moves, etc. So give those shoulders a little roll, give them a little stretch. Give those wrists a little roll and a stretch as well. We've got 20 seconds and we're going to go into this one. So remember, keep those hands straight underneath those shoulders. Final 10 of rest, so have another little drink if you need to, but get ready. We are about to go. In 3, 2, 1. Let's get it, guys. You got the palms to elbows. And just a reminder, guys, just remember, if you are going up and down on one side, either alternate each time or halfway through. I'll let you know when you're halfway. And just make sure you switch it over. I know as you get further into these rounds, sometimes you forget to alternate. I know I do anyway. So you're coming up to that halfway mark, guys. If you haven't been alternating, start switching sides now. That's wonderful, team. Last 20 seconds of these. I know they're brutal. You can feel that burn. I can feel that burn through the camera. Final 10 team, keep it going. Last few reps of these. If you need to, just drop it to the knees for that last little bit. 3, 2, 1. Rest there. So we got a minute's rest. That was the last time we had to do that one. So give those shoulders a good deserved stretch. Once we have had this minute's rest, we are going to need that mini band again if you do have it. If not, no worries. We're going to be doing that squat to alternating leg lift. You still got 40 seconds, guys. So take that time, have a little stretch, have a little bit of rehydration. Very important, especially if we are out in the garden like Elizabeth, getting some sun. Actually, Jude, you're outside as well. Make sure you're staying hydrated. I know it's warm out there this morning. We are getting lucky. Got 15 seconds, team, 15 seconds, and we're going to be going into that squat to alternating leg lift. And 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. Excellent, guys. So I think everyone's all right, but I'm just going to double check. If you are wearing a mini band, just make sure it's not touching your knees, either just under or just over, but just not on the knees. That's all we need to make sure of. Wonderful work there, guys. Keep sitting nice and deep into that squat, pushing through those heels to stand up again, and trying to keep that body as stable as we can as we raise that leg up. Got last sort of just over 15 seconds of this one, guys. Last ones. And 3, 2, 1. Excellent work, guys. So you got your minutes rest. Get rid of that mini band if you had it on. We've got our last 3 exercises coming up. We've got the leg raise to hip raise next. So that's the one where we're laying down on the mat, we're raising those legs up and we're pushing them up towards the ceiling. Still got 40 seconds left of rest. So these are going to be, we've got what, like two core exercises left. So let's really focus on engaging those core muscles, getting the most out of them. Final 20. Brilliant, guys. So start getting ready. We're coming up to that last 10 seconds of rest. Get yourselves down into that supine position, laying down on your mat. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's start raising those legs up as straight as we can, pushing them up towards that ceiling. And then lowering them down, nice and controlled. If we can keep those feet off the floor, we will do so. Just keep them hovering over that floor if you can. That's excellent, guys. Really focus on pulling that belly button as far in as you can. I know as you get further into these core exercises, that's often the first thing that starts to go with the fatigue. So really focus on pulling that belly button in. You want to engage those internal core muscles and get that waist nice and tight. Coming up to that last 15 seconds, guys. Last 15 seconds. Keep those feet going straight up over those hips. Try and keep them away from the head. And we're backing it down in 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. So guys, 1 minute's rest. We've got burpees next. Final burpees of the day. Everyone take a nice old breather. Give those ab muscles a little bit of a stretch if you need to as well. I know they've done a lot today, and your last exercise is going to be a core exercise. So just give them a little stretch if they need it. We're coming up to halfway through this rest. Which means we are in the last couple minutes of today before we go into our stretches, of course. Got to keep you guys nice and limber. So we've got 15 seconds, guys, 15 seconds, and we're going to be starting those burpees for the last time. That would be torturous. Groundhog Day, you're starting all over again. In 3, 2, 1, let's get these burpees, guys. That's it. Sitting nice and deep, jumping those feet out and jumping as high as you can, reaching right for that ceiling. Get those arms up above you. That's brilliant, guys. I know some people are working with some small spaces, so don't go putting your fists through the ceilings or anything. That's wonderful. Keep it going. We're over that halfway mark. Keep jumping those feet out. We want to land those feet as flat as we can. So think about landing them either side of the hands and jumping as high as we can for that final bit. You're in your last 15 seconds, guys. Last few burpees. Let's make these burpees the best burpees ever. Keep it going. We're in the last few seconds. This is your final one in 3, 2, 1. Excellent work, team. That is 1 minute's recovery. we are going to be hitting our last move next, which is that power sit-up. So you could get ready for that power sit-up and just have a little lie down if you're feeling a little bit tired. Be my guest, but just make sure you're hydrating yourself. Those burpees always get our heart rate up and get us sweating. So just make sure you're looking after that body. But we are halfway through our final rest. So we got just under 30 seconds now until we hit that final exercise. So it is the last one of the day. So last round, best round, last exercise, best exercise. Let's really squeeze those core muscles. Engage them as much as we can. We've got 10 seconds, team. We're backing it down. I mean, we're starting it up even in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, team. Last exercise. Squeeze those core muscles. Pulling it right in. Brace that core as if someone was just going to run over and drop a bowling ball on you. That's excellent. Keep that going nice and controlled, really squeezing up to the top, lowering down as slow as you can. We're hitting that halfway mark. So you've got 30 seconds, guys, 30 seconds left of this circuit. That's brilliant, team. Keep those core muscles engaged. Final 20 seconds. Wonderful. We're nearly there. Keep it going. Final 3, 2, 1. And you can rest there, guys. You can rest there. So coming up, we have got our flexibility block, of course. I am just going to start my video again because I'm going to show you guys what we're doing here. So what we're going to actually do is we're going to be doing child's pose first. Let me move this so I can actually see. I'm going to do these with you guys. So let me just make sure you can see me properly. So we've got child's pose first. We want to have the knees quite wide for that one. All right, so coming down to your mat, take your knees a little bit wider than hips. We're going to push those hips back and we're going to stretch those arms out straight ahead of us. Put that head down onto the mat and just take some nice deep breaths, all right? I'm just going to press play so the timer's going with us. So get into that child's pose. Let that head sink onto the mat. While we're breathing, really focus on letting that breath expand your lower back. So when we talk about breathing, often you'll breathe into the lungs. Think about breathing into the belly, really letting that rib cage, that lower back, you'll feel those muscles expand through this one, okay, guys? So keep those arms straight out ahead of us. Really just push those hips back. Let yourself sink down. Take those nice deep breaths through that mouth, expanding that stomach. We've got 20 seconds left of this one. That's excellent. We're going to be moving into the next one in just a second. So coming up, we have got a cobra ×2. So we're moving into that one now. So take those legs straight out behind you. We're going to push ourselves up and we're going to hold for 20 seconds. We're going to then lower back down and repeat. So really think about expanding that belly again, letting that breath sink right into our belly. Expand those rib cages, all of those ab muscles. And if you want a little bit more of a stretch, push that chin towards the ceiling. You're going to really feel that one. And let's take it back out. So we're going to take those arms straight out ahead of us, walking them out. And then we're going to walk them back towards the chest, coming back up again, pushing that chin up towards the ceiling. That's wonderful, guys. We're going to be going into a side quad stretch next, guys. So I'm going to leave you in that one. You've still got 10 seconds left of it, and I'm just going to show you. So the next one, we're going to lay on our side. We're going to bring the leg up behind us and stretch it from there. So let's move into that one now, guys. So we're going to turn onto the side, You pick which side first, left or right, but just bring that leg behind you and pull that foot right up towards the bum. You're going to get a nice stretch all down that quad, all down that hip flexor. Try and keep the knees as close as we can as well. That's wonderful, guys. And let's go ahead and switch those sides over. So flip it around the other way. Bring that other leg up behind you. Excellent, team. So next up, we have got a cat to camel. I'll show you what that one is in just a second. I'm just going to let you finish off this quad stretch first. All right. I would just kick the wardrobe, wouldn't I, with my bad foot. Typical me. All right, guys, so cat to camel. Let's get into that nice all fours position. We're going to be arching that back up like a cat. Really feeling that stretch down the spine. We're then going to curl through and push that chin up towards the ceiling, letting that arch in the back get deeper. And repeat. So we're going to be moving a bit of a dynamic one from one to the other. That's wonderful, guys. Really rounding that back as much as we can. And then pushing back through and arching it right up. Fantastic, team. All right, so next up we've got our seated spinal twist. So we're going to be taking one leg out. Actually, if we start with both legs straight, then let's start with the right leg. We'll bring the right leg over the left leg, okay? And then we're going to turn towards the right side, keeping that back as straight as we can. All right, so really feeling that rotation in the spine, getting that nice cross-body stretch as we twist the opposite way. And let's go ahead and swap those sides over. So take those legs straight again, cross them the other way this time, taking that back nice and straight and twisting it. So our body's nice and upright, feeling that twist, but keeping our body in a nice alignment. That's wonderful, team. And that is you all stretched out, all done and ready for the day. So let me just sort this one out. Just unmute everyone. So extremely well done to you all. That was definitely a bit of a spicy one today. I'm going to do it later. So I feel for you guys. I know it's going to be a tough one. So well done. That was really good.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Have an amazing day.
See you later.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.